Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a pop tab bracelet that looks like this. I couldn't find any tutorials that looked exactly like this one, so I decided to make one of my own. Alright, so what you're going to need is some sort of ribbon or cord. I'm using 1/4 inch silk ribbon, but anything that's fairly flat will work great. To make a bracelet, just measure around your wrist, add a little bit, and then triple that. I'm doing a bit more just to be on the safe side because, well, that's what I do. Alright, fold your strings in half and make a little loop at the top. Alright, I'm going to tape this to the table just so that way it's a bit easier to work with. Alright. For soda tabs, I like to use the round ones instead of the ones that are a little bit more square. These won't work very well. Alright, take your first tab and thread your left string up through the left hole. Now take your right string and thread it up through the right hole. Okay, so it looks like that. Now take your second tab, and this time you're going to thread your strings down through the holes. Now your strings will never switch places, so you don't have to worry about keeping track of that or whatever. Your right string will always go down through the right hole, and your left string will always go down through the left hole. Okay. Now you're going to hold your tab in your left hand and take your right string and thread it down through the hole in your first tab. Okay, don't pull it tight yet. Now take your left string and put it down through the hole in your first tab. Okay? Now all you have to do is pull a little bit, and your tabs should be lying nice and flat on top of each other. Okay? Like that. And if you turn them to the side, you can see your first tab will be on the bottom and your second tab will be on top. Now take your third tab and you're going to thread your strings up through the holes again. Take your right string, thread it up through the right hole. Okay? Hold your tab in your left hand or your right hand, depending on whether you're left or right-handed. Take your right string and you're going to thread it up through the tab in your second tab, the hole in your second tab. Okay? Again, don't pull it tight. Now take your left string and put it through the hole in the second. Okay? And pull. Okay, your third tab should be lying behind your second tab, and it should be next to your first tab. Okay? When you turn it to the side, that's what it looks like. And this is the back. It should look almost identical to the front. Okay? So now you have 3 tabs on there. Take your fourth tab, and you're going to thread your string down. Left string down through the left hole, right string down through the right hole. Okay. Hold your tabs with your hand so it doesn't slide around on the string. Take your right string and thread it down through the hole in your third tab. Take your left string and thread it down through the hole in your third tab also. Okay? Alright, make sure your strings lie flat because otherwise it makes it a bit bulky. And just pull. Alright. So now your fourth tab will be lying on top of your third tab next to your second one. Alright, and you just keep doing the same thing over and over. Your next tab, you're going to thread the strings up from behind. Then thread your strings up through the holes in your fourth tab. Okay. Pull, and they all should be lying nice and flat together. Just do this as many times as you need to make a full bracelet or belt. In my experience, a belt takes about 70 to 100 tabs, depending on how big your waist is or how much you want to go around your waist. Alright, to finish, all you have to do is tie a few knots just to keep your tabs in place. Okay? So the end, when it's finished, will look about like this. Alright, so to tie your bracelet onto your wrist, just do the same thing that you would for a friendship bracelet. Take one string and thread it through the loop at the beginning, and then tie your two end strings together. Alright, there you go. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and I'll do the best I can to answer them.